What's up, nation? Today let's talk about how to get a PlayStation 5 secured from Walmart on the 25th on this new restock with a new time window, and other retailers to keep your eyes on for restocks to go live as well. All right, everyone, what a crazy last 48 hours it's been in the world of PlayStation 5 console hunting. We saw a number of users at least report wins from Best Buy when they did go live. Now, that was a really strange time. I think we saw them breaking up in two different waves, and one of which was more like overnight throughout the night, and then one of them was like at 5 a.m., and users definitely were caught off guard by that. And unfortunately, some users weren't up, whenever that went live, and they missed out on that window. And then Kohl's was really the most controversial retailer that we've seen so far, because they went live with their orders. They stayed up for what seemed to be like a super long time, and then a bunch of people were able to get their email confirmation and their order to go through, and then only for like 12 hours later to wake up and then be greeted by an email that states that their order is canceled, but that they can keep their Kohl's cash, which is like, come on, guys. Like, you're trying to secure a very high priority, high demand console, and we don't care about your Kohl's cash at that point. So it really sucked for all those users that got their hopes up and thought that they got one, only to be let down by Kohl's. So I definitely don't like them for a retailer for restock waves. I definitely don't prefer Walmart either, which is who we're going to talk about today, because we've just seen it be an absolute mess every single time. But I do have some hope that maybe they will fix a few of the problems that they've had up to this point. We saw them try to go live with a CAPTCHA last time, and that just proved to be problematic for users who actually weren't bots to get through those. It was making users basically redo the same thing over and over, even though they were doing it correctly. So I want to speculate on what we might see from Walmart this time, and then what time that you actually need to be in front of your computer, because if you're just looking at the ad that they sent out via the mail and online, it has now changed versus what that ad tells you on when the restock will actually go live. Then I also want to talk about another retailer or two to watch at the same time that we see Walmart go live, because sometimes we see other retailers go live at the same time. Before we do hop into all the information, I just want to quickly invite everybody to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in this PlayStation 5 generation. With that, guys, let's dive into the details. So if you've been on this PlayStation 5 console hunt for a while, you are probably not a fan of Walmart like a lot of other gamers are not at this point, just simply because every single time they have gone live with stock, they've announced the time ahead of time, and that has given bots the opportunity to swoop in and pick up this stock. Why they don't have something like a one per household rule or a better, bot filtering system, kind of like what we see with Sony Direct and putting you in a queue or something like that, I don't know, but they absolutely don't have their infrastructure built out for this to be a smooth process. The one piece of hope that I want to see them do that they have not yet, that I've continued to mention, because they did this with the Series X launch, and I don't know why they can't do it with the PlayStation 5 also, but they did have the ability to do in-store inventory pickup when the Series X went live, which means you are then only competing in your local area and not against bots that are trying to order these things in waves of 10, 20, and 30 consoles at a time, because that's what crashes the websites, and that's what makes, really it be a terrible experience for all the users at the end of the day. I'm hoping that maybe we, by some miracle, see them implement a in-store inventory process for this inventory wave. It is not a guarantee by any means. This is purely speculation, but you can go to a website called brickseek.com and you can pull up PlayStation 5 console inventory, and all the Walmarts in my area show that they have 6+ consoles, which who knows if that's accurate or not. I definitely know I can't just walk in there and purchase a console, even though we have seen some people actually report that they've done that, and I guess the employees didn't know they weren't supposed to sell it in store, and they have walked out with PlayStation 5s. So that's a long shot to try that, so I'm not necessarily recommending that, but what I am saying is that with them having that, reported stock, if that tool is actually accurate, there's maybe a chance that we are going to be ordering this next wave from the in-store inventory, and that's what I hope happens, because then you can select your closest Walmart location, and then based off how many consoles they have will be your opportunity to either secure one or not. Now, if that's not the case and it is still just a ship to home process, then I think the next best thing that we can see for Walmart to do to hopefully make their order process a little bit smoother would be to continue to implement the CAPTCHA, but have the errors and glitches worked out this time. I mean, there's no excuse for a retailer as big as Walmart not to have a better online infrastructure for this kind of order system that we're seeing, but at the same time, I think these companies have really not thought this out since we're in a pandemic year and there's no in-store lining up, and and everything's moved to online. I don't think they've put the resources that they've needed to put behind their technologies online to do this. And that's not an excuse for them. It's just an explanation on why I think these things are so messy right now and why we always see their websites crash. So I think that you can expect to continue to have a messy experience with Walmart, but if you're still trying to get a console, don't just skip this just because. I mean, people are still getting through in certain scenarios, and they're still reporting wins from Walmart. They're just few and far between because we're seeing the bots crash the sites and things like that. Now, with that said, if we see them implement this CAPTCHA, but it actually works to fight off some of the bots, and that it will let users through when they're doing it the first time correctly, then in that scenario, we have a more likely chance of you, the gamer, walking away with a console. So again, I want to just stress to not give up on Walmart just because they've been messy up to this point, and I think that you still need to be plugged in front of your computer and ready to go. And that transitions me into the next point about Walmart, which is that we saw them go and report a time change from what their ad states. So their ad clearly states that the restock is going to go live for both the Series X and the PS5 at 7 p.m. Eastern time. If you load their website now, they have since changed that to 9 p.m. Eastern time, and that's probably to allow users who want other online deals besides that console to maybe have a chance to go for those first and then, you know, target the PlayStation and Xbox after. Who knows if that's the case, but since we do have a confirmed time change, I wanted to make that abundantly clear to everybody. The other thing I wanted to quickly address is that I do have a lot of comments on these videos asking if this is for Canada as well. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, the Canada retailers have not been reporting any official news on these restock waves. So I wish I could share official information with you on Walmart Canada. I can't say that for sure. I can just advise you to still be in front of your computer at these times to see if maybe it is going to be an international thing and Canada will participate in this as well. But for whatever reason, they are extremely tight-lipped with actually sharing the times and the information on when those restocks will happen for that particular region. So let's hope for the best on Walmart, and we'll see what happens with that. Again, this is speculation. You can check out brickseek.com for yourself and see if your stores may have stock reported as well. If they're all across the nation showing in stock, it almost seems a little bit more strange. Like, why wouldn't there be stores that don't have stock of it? Because in my area, every store was showing 6+ consoles. So maybe that's just not super accurate information, but I definitely like Walmart as my #1 pick if they do the pickup in-store process, so you're only competing against your local area. But then I did want to share with you guys also, Amazon is the other one to keep an eye on at the time that Walmart goes live. And I would even watch them at 7 p.m. Eastern time, since that's when Walmart originally said they were going live, and at 9 p.m. Eastern time, or maybe just all throughout that day to be safe, because Amazon is the sneaky player here. They go live and they sell it immediately, but they never announce their times, and that's historically been true with every Amazon restock that we've seen happen. So I do think that it's worth having an extra browser pulled up and having Amazon's PlayStation 5 console on refresh, so that way you can do, at least put yourself in the running for that on the off chance that they do go live. That's no inside information. I don't have any source that's telling me that. I'm just simply letting you guys know based off of what we've seen so far. Amazon goes live at the same time the other retailers do their restocks. Even Walmart specifically on the third wave on launch day, which was November 12th, is when we did see Amazon do another restock. And so they tend to slide into those same times when people are online already looking for those consoles. And so I think there's no doubt that we may see them do that same thing this time. If you end up not being successful in getting your console on this Walmart restock or Amazon, there's still other options out there. Don't give up altogether. I know it's incredibly demotivating to think you had your console secured and then you get a cancellation email, or even just something where, like you've been trying on all these restock waves and it hasn't happened for you yet. If you give up now, you're guaranteeing yourself not getting a console, or you're going to be paying scalper prices if you choose to go that route. And that's not something that you want to do. So really just try to continue as long as your time schedule can allow it to at least give a shot every time we expect one of these restocks to happen. And then I can't stress this enough, always watch Sony Direct at all times. They have by far and away been the most consistent retailer to continue to restock, and it makes a lot of sense considering Sony makes this console directly. So I still like them the best because they put you in an online queue, and it seems like the bots don't have near as much success. It's normally actually all gamers that are walking away with Sony Direct consoles. So please make sure that you keep updated on them. them, and then use GameStop as a last resort. I mean, I don't necessarily recommend camping out for it, and it looks like that's what's going to be happening, but I know there's gamers that really want this console, that if you're willing to do that, that is going to be an avenue, or at least just get there as early in the morning before they open, because they will be opening at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I will make another video dedicated more to them as we get closer to that date, but they are going live on the 27th. So if all of this fails for you guys, don't give up. Continue to stay plugged into your news sources, continue to stay plugged in on Twitter, and try to lock down your console. It will happen for you eventually. Just don't give up and keep trying. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around till the end. I did at this point in the video want to invite you all to leave me a comment and let me know how these last restock waves went for you. Were you successful with Best Buy? Did you have the Kohl's thing happen where you got your hopes up and thought you got it and then got it canceled? Or did you order through Kohl's and then actually have the order processed through? Because there are some people who never got that cancellation email. So please share that down on the comments below with me on where you're at in your console hunt process, and then what your game plan is going to be moving forward. And then I did just want to quickly invite everybody one more time to join Sunbro Nation. If you haven't done so already, do so by subscribing below. Hit the like button on your way out on this video if you enjoyed the content today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming and console news as we're in the new generation of gaming. With that, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.